guys, before we get into today's video, I just want to extend a huge thank you for all of the comments and support on my last video. I haven't gotten a chance to get back to everyone's comments. It's been a very busy week over here, but I've read through so many of them and I can't believe, one, how many of you are watching from all over the place. Like, that's so cool. But also just seeing how supportive you all have been means so much to me. I actually think it was a year ago when I posted my very first YouTube video and I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was kind of just sharing like simple everyday in the life vlogs, and to be honest, like nobody watched them, but it was fine because I had fun documenting them. And the very first video I did was actually my daughter's first birthday, and what made me start wanting to post more on YouTube was the fact that I wanted to look back on all of these memories. Like, I wanted to look back on these videos 10, 20, 30 years from now. And I realized that throughout my pregnancy and throughout my daughter's first year of life, like I haven't really documented much. And I wanted to start viewing YouTube more kind of like a digital diary. So anyway, a whole year later, this is where we are. And I think it's been so much fun. I'm so grateful that I've connected with so many of you, that we have so much stuff in common. I think it's been really nice opening up on here, which segue into today's video. I don't know if it's just me, but I have been in a major funk lately. It's been kind of gloomy lately. I'm in my luteal phase, which for me and my menstrual cycle is like the worst phase. I feel like I'm over analytical. I'm criticizing myself. I overthink everything. I compare myself. I'm just always so down in the dumps this time of the month. So I figured we would spend this video trying to get out of a funk, and maybe this is a video that you can save for later or come back to when you have these hard days, because if you're anything like me, these happen at least once a month, and it's kind of nice to just remind yourself of the things that kind of make you feel better. So I think we're going to try to get back to some of our healthy habits, make the bed, clean up the house a little bit. It's Sunday, so I want to get the house in order for a new week. Another thing I've been slacking on lately is making actual meals for myself, so I want to start making some nourishing meals this week. I want to get out of the house. I want to move my body, even if it's gloomy outside. I feel like anytime I move my body or put on a good playlist, like it immediately boosts my mood. And then not to mention a little bit of retail therapy. I'm sorry, I'm just a girl, and at least once a month when it's almost time for me to get my period, I like to do a little bit of retail therapy. And sometimes I just wish my husband would understand that. I also feel like something I've been struggling with lately a little more is being on social media and comparing myself. So a few days ago I posted something for a brand, and a whole bunch of other content creators, influencers also posted for this brand, and one of them happened to be Emily Kaiser, which, like, yes, I know she has millions of followers across all of her platforms, but immediately when I saw her post, I compared it to mine, and hers was so much cuter. It felt so much more creative. Obviously, she had way more engagement than I did on it, and it immediately bummed me out because I was comparing myself to her, and I just felt like I could have done better. I could have been more creative. I could have been X, Y, and Z, and I'm trying to tell myself that I can't change the past. All you can do is learn from it. So there's no sense in letting it get to me, but I do feel like taking a little break from social media definitely helps within the comparison and overthinking things. Penelope's also on spring break this week, so I try not to be on my phone around her. She's becoming so much more aware when I'm on my computer and my phone. So I'm planning on trying to stay off my phone as much as possible this week, which honestly I feel like I need anyway. Because I feel like when you have these days, you either have two choices. You can embrace the feeling and you can just rot and just be in a bum mood. You can be upset, you can let your mind spiral, or you can change the narrative. You can focus on the things that make you feel good. You can rewire those intrusive thoughts to think more positively. I think it does take a little bit of effort, but it's so much better than just staying in a funk and feeling yucky for days on end versus just getting over it, having a day where you just try to come back to feeling your best. So that's what we're gonna do today. Oh, and we also have to finish up our patio. We are painting it in a checker pattern today, which I'm so excited about. I cannot wait till it's done. There's also something about just finishing a project, checking it off your list, it being done, and being able to enjoy what you created. So yeah, that's what's on the agenda. Thank you guys again for all of your support and kind words, and you don't know how much I appreciate it. I might have shown this in previous videos, but I got this cute little pill organizer. The brand is called Dosey, so it just helps me take my vitamins. I feel like I'm so bad about this now that I don't really have much of a morning routine anymore, but this is fun and cute for taking your vitamins.
Yeah. We'll help my coffee.
You're gonna help me make coffee.
What happened?
I know you want to have it. One day we'll get coffee together. All right, let's go make the bed. done with our patio. Joel took Penelope on a little walk bike ride so I could finish up. And so far, I feel like I'm really liking how it's coming along. I do kind of wish we went with more of a gray color instead of white. I just feel like white it's a very high contrast, and I feel like it's kind of giving circus jester kind of vibes with the diamond pattern. But I think once we have patio furniture, maybe we'll get a rug to put over it. It won't feel as dramatic. I also feel like we just get so much dust and dirt and wind here in Denver that this white will probably look faded once it gets like dirty and we're walking on it. I'm sure it'll have definitely not as bright of a white, which is something we were keeping in mind when we picked this color. But it's already starting to look so cool and so unique. Again, my husband, I don't think I mentioned this on YouTube, but I mentioned this on Instagram. When it comes to painting the fence and painting the patio, my husband's very concerned about the resale value of everything. And I don't know, I feel like there's something about whether it's going inside someone's home or going outside onto their patio, seeing a backyard space or an indoor space that just doesn't look like everything else, I feel like people are more attracted to. I don't know, when I see someone that has done something really unique with a patio space or an indoor space or their interiors, it almost makes me want to buy it more because it's less generic. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Also, I told him if he's really worried about it, then we can just paint the whole entire patio again when we move. Honestly, we probably won't end up moving for another 3 or 4 years anyway. So I don't know. I guess it's just men always thinking about those things, but I am currently thinking about the now. And right now I want it to look nice. I'll have to get up on the terrace and show you guys like a top-down view because it's really cool. But I think it's going to look 10 times better with patio furniture. So we are pretty much done. Now we just need to seal it and get rid of the chalk marks. But I think it looks so cool. It definitely transforms the space and it makes it a lot more playful. Again, I think it'll look so much better with patio furniture. I'm gonna have to decide what I want to do and where I want to put patio furniture. But I feel like it just makes the whole backyard patio area feel so much brighter, so much more fun and inviting to actually want to be outside. Took a quick shower, changed. Penelope's down for a nap. My room is still a little bit of a mess, but I'm so glad we got most of the patio done. We still need to seal it, but I forgot how much accomplishing something really helps me get out of the funk. There's just something about whatever it is, even if it's a small project, cleaning the house, doing a hobby, just checking something off of your list and accomplishing something that you've been wanting to get done feels so, so good. Also, I never underestimate the power of just getting outside and being in the sun, even if it's just painting the patio, watering the plants. There's just something about being outside that makes me feel so, so good. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of work outside. It is Sunday, but I forgot to do something on Friday, so I'm going to catch up on that, do a few little emails, and then I'm going to try to just like read a book, chill. I think I'm going to work a little bit more on Penelope's knit crown for her birthday because you guys, her birthday is 2 weeks away, which is probably going to end up being a week from when this video goes live. I woke up really early this morning and ordered all of the party supplies and I'm really excited. There's not really going to be a theme for her second birthday. It's just going to kind of be like birthday theme. So multicolored balloons, streamers. She's very into dinosaurs right now. So we got a dinosaur rental blow up house. What are they called? Bounce house. It's been very hot in Denver. So we're going to set up some kiddie pools. We have a little slide for the kids. I ordered a tablecloth that they can color on. I got sidewalk chalk. I got a bubble machine. I tried to get everything I could think of that is affordable but fun activities for toddlers. All of my friends' kids are like around the same age as Penelope, so it's really, really fun. I'm sure they'll just end up entertaining themselves. And then I want to make her cake again this year. That was so much fun last year, so I want to make her a cute little girly birthday cake. And then we're gonna have food and drinks. I have to think of some fun little finger foods for everyone. But yeah, I won't go down the rabbit hole of birthday party planning. That'll probably mostly be the next video or the video after, but I'm getting excited about it. I can't believe she is already gonna be 2. I swear, motherhood makes you realize how fast time goes. But anyway, starting to feel so much better already, even though my house is still a little bit of a mess. We'll get to it eventually. I think that's something I've come to realize is like when my house is a mess and like things pile up, I try to remind myself that like there's always going to be laundry. There's always going to be dishes. There's no sense in stressing out over it. Just get to it when you can. And I feel like, yes, cleaning up kind of helps my mental health, but so does reading a book and relaxing and having time for myself. So that's what we're going to go do. We just got home from a little Sunday Target run. I haven't done that in such a long time because usually I just order groceries online like whenever. And before I had a kid, I would go to the grocery store every Sunday. I would meal prep. I would make some food for the week. And it was just the best start to the week and I kind of miss that. So if you feel like you're prone to the Sunday scaries, I highly recommend just like a little grocery run in the evening on Sunday. I feel like it's just a nice way to kind of like disconnect. Like there's nowhere I need to be, nothing I need to do. And it was kind of nice, even with a toddler, to just stroll the aisles and get inspired to make some meals for the week. I'm trying to be a lot healthier this week. I feel like that's another reason that I fall into funks is when I'm just like snacking all the time. I'm such a big snacker. This is something I really struggle with. And I need to start making it a priority to sit down and actually make a meal and take the time to make something nourishing versus just like throwing a bunch of stuff on a plate. So we got some good food for the week. I think I'm gonna make some tacos. I have been like on a taco kick lately. I don't know what it is, but they're easy. I just throw everything in a pan and then heat up the tortillas, chop up some veggies, and it's done. So it's a very quick and easy but nourishing meal. So I'm gonna make some tacos. Joel's playing with Penelope outside, and we're gonna have a nice little Sunday supper. So I'm definitely not one to follow for recipes, but this has been my favorite meal lately. I just take some kind of taco seasoning, do whatever meat in the pan, pour that in, do a little bit of a sauteed onion, some beans. Typically I do black beans, but doing this instead because I'm out of black beans, avocado, cheese, and I have some tortillas ready to go. It is so easy, so delicious, and it's done in like 15 to 30 minutes, honestly. Protein coffee. Oh my goodness, Peasy, we forgot to put a cup here. We forgot to put a cup on a tray. Good thing they make these things. Let's see if we can get it in. Total mom move. Okay, you mix it up for me. Good morning. Had a little bit of the Sunday scaries last night, but got all of my laundry finished, put everything away. The house has never been more in order, so felt really good going into the week with all that done. Penelope's on spring break, and we did wake up to 45 degrees and very cloudy, so it feels a little bit like winter again. I had plans to get out of the house this morning and go for a little run around the park. Was really hoping that it was going to be warm and like 60 degrees, but either way, getting out of the house always makes me feel so much better. So we're still getting out of the house today. We're just going to bundle up. Our walk might become a run, but there's just something about getting out of the house, doing stuff that just makes me feel so much better. I also sometimes underestimate the simplicity of going for a walk or going for a run and putting in like a really good playlist. And it doesn't even have to be a long time. It can literally be like 10, 20, 30 minutes. But that's what we're gonna do this morning, and then we're gonna go to one of our favorite cafes, get a little treat, and just have a nice little morning out and about, and probably stop by the playground because at a stage where we literally can't go by a playground without stopping and playing. But we're not gonna let the cold weather keep us in a funk and keep us indoors. So let's get out and about. Trader Joe's because I feel like there's nothing that cheers me up more than having some fresh flowers in the house. And I always forget how good Trader Joe's flower deals are. I think this whole bouquet came to like $23, and I kind of picked some more expensive flowers, but I feel like that's a decent sized bouquet. I might like split them up throughout the house or just do like one big one on the kitchen island. I'm actually surprised we lasted as long as we did on our walk at the playground. It was so much colder than I thought, like cold enough that I should have been wearing gloves. Anyway, we did not survive outside very long, and we did not survive at the cafe very long. It's always hit or miss when I take my toddler to a cafe, but she did pretty good. Now it's 11 o'clock. We're having a little bit of lunch, just kind of like gonna chill out. I will say this gloomy day definitely puts me in such a funk. So I did brick myself all morning, and I think on days when I have Penelope or on the weekends, I really enjoy bricking myself until her nap time. I find that I'm so much more present. I'm not checking my phone, I'm not distracted. I just feel like I can be fully present with her. And when my phone is not bricked, I just feel like it's so easy to constantly grab it and check it, see what's going on. And I find myself like in those little in-between moments of boredom or waiting that I find myself checking my phone. So being bricked in the morning when I'm hanging out with Penelope has been so helpful for my mental health. Not to mention not even checking social media in general, I feel like really helps me stay out of a funk. It's truly shocking on the days when I feel like I am scrolling on social media more. I feel like my mental health just is not as great. I'm comparing myself so much more. I overanalyze everything. I overthink things. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing this throughout the week that Penelope's on spring break, of bricking my phone from AM until like her nap at noon. And then I'm honestly going to try to brick myself from the moment she wakes up from her nap through the rest of the evening. Like I don't think there's any reason for me to be on my phone for the rest of the day or the evening when I'm cooking dinner and my husband comes home. Like I think days like these are so needed. And I also feel like I just have a better day in general. Since it's still so cold outside, I think we're just gonna have a cozy day at home. I have my sourdough going that I fed this morning, and I need to make a new loaf. So I know I feel like I'm always making sourdough in these videos, but I do make it like at least two times a week. So I'm gonna make some sourdough. Penelope loves helping me bake, so that's a great activity. And then I feel like another thing that just helps me out of funk is being more creative. Like when I am painting, drawing, doing anything creative, that is like when I'm in my flow. You did it! High five! I feel like anytime I'm doing something really creative is when I'm in my flow, which is like when the world kind of goes, I wouldn't say goes dark, but you're just like so into whatever you're doing. Like I don't need to put a podcast on. I don't need to put on music. Like I don't even get distracted because I'm so into what I'm doing. And that's how it is when I'm painting, drawing, whenever I'm doing something really creative. So I feel like I need to try to do that today too. I also got some waterproof paint pens, paint brushes for Penelope. So I think I'm going to try to do that with her, which definitely is not a peaceful experience when you're trying to do a craft with your toddler. But I think she'll really enjoy it, and it gives us something to do inside. Okay, it's actually starting to feel so much better out, but I realized Easter is this weekend and I want to make Penelope a little Easter basket. I try not to go overboard with these and just do stuff really simple, but she also loves just like roaming around Target in the shopping cart, so I figure it's a fun, easy activity for us to do since it's still kind of gloomy and cold outside. I also just had this thought because I feel like a lot of times when I have solo days with Penelope, I'll think like, oh, I should just stay home. Why should I go out? But then I forget that I literally have a built-in best friend and I can take her and do with her whatever I want to do. So when I have those moments where I feel stuck at home, I'm like, no, what would I do if I didn't have Penelope? I can literally do whatever I want to do, whether it's go to the mall, go to Target, go run some errands. Like I can just take her along with me and I don't have to feel like I'm stuck at home. I can literally go do whatever I want to do, but I have a little best friend with me. And then last thing, since we are kind of on the topic, is screen time. And first and foremost, I'll say I'm not a stay-at-home mom. And if you are, or if you're someone who is with your kids a lot and you need to put on Bluey or Miss Rachel or whatever it is for 30 minutes or an hour, I don't know, to drink your coffee in peace, like no judgment here. I would probably do the same if I was a stay-at-home mom all the time. But since I'm not, screen time is something that hasn't really come up in our household. We will when Penelope is sick or if I'm just like super dead tired in the evening around like dinner time or after dinner time, we'll watch a show together. So like I'll put on Miss Rachel and I'll sit with her and watch it, or we've been loving like Land Before Time because she's super into dinosaurs right now. But something I feel like that has really helped us is just including her in whatever we're doing. And yes, a lot of times it'll take 10 times longer than typical, like doing the dishes or folding the laundry, but we've noticed that she just really wants to be involved in whatever we're doing, and it makes more sense for her and for us to just include her versus have her watch a show while we're trying to do something. You might need to talk to me again at the end of the week when I am trying to get work done and things. But we are also entering an age where she is just playing independently really, really well. And I think I want to foster that a little bit more. We are also taking our first really big trip soon. We're going to take an international flight and we are 1000% bringing an iPad, headphones to keep her entertained on that flight. We're hoping she'll sleep for most of it. And we're going to bring sticker books, a lot of analog activities for her, but I'm definitely not afraid to lean on shows here and there when I really need to, or if I'm just like super tired, I'll watch them with her. I also feel like the type of shows matters a lot, and I found that she's just super interested in the educational ones, so like Miss Rachel, and then obviously like Land Before Time is just something that was created in the 2000s and the 90s, so it feels a little more lo-fi than something that's like very high stimulating. But anyway, that's just what we do in our house. I know it probably would be completely different if I was home with her all day or if I had another child. And also I feel like it depends on the behavior of your kid. Like I have friends whose kids just like will not sit down at a restaurant and eat, and so they rely on an iPad just so that they can at least eat their food in peace or have like a conversation with some friends. And like, I totally get that. Like for us, we're really lucky that our kid will sit at a restaurant, she'll eat, she doesn't like need a show and doesn't need to be running around every 2 seconds. But some kids are just like that and need a show to be calm for 10 to 15 minutes, which is totally fine in my opinion. All right, we just got to Target. Gonna go run in, see if we can find some Easter basket things for P. And honestly, just roam Target because I feel like it's something to do on a gloomy day and you can never go wrong with roaming Target.
Down.
Okay, here's what I got Penelope for her little Easter basket. I was going to keep it kind of simple, but then I saw they had a kitchen pots and pans set. And I feel like she's at the age where she's starting to do some imaginary play. So it comes with 5 different pots and pans and then some like little utensils. It was only like 20 bucks, but the Love Every one is like $60. Granted, those are made of wood and I'm sure it'll last 10 times longer, but we're on a budget. A little dump truck from the dollar section because I feel like I'm basically raising a boy. She loves trucks and she loves dinosaurs. So I got her these little like dinosaur Easter eggs. So it comes with like things that already go inside the egg. And I'll do like a little Easter egg hunt for her on Sunday morning. And then just another set of summer pajamas because I don't know what it is about pajamas, but I feel like we just never have enough. And then I also got her a pair of really cute flats that she's currently wearing. I'm probably not gonna be able to take them off of her. She loves them, but they're really cute little rattan ballerina flats. And I feel like up until this point, she's only had sneakers, so it's kind of cute that she has some girly shoes. Sometimes I feel like I really underestimate just a good evening skincare routine and an everything shower. Sometimes I don't even need to wash my hair, but I just love the feeling of it, like getting out of the shower and just having a wet head in the evening. I don't know, there's just something about it that feels very relaxing. Like I have nowhere to be, I don't have to look nice for anybody, like I can just be as comfortable as I want. My sourdough alarm is going off. And then doing a nice long skincare routine. I wish I had like a dedicated skincare routine and dedicated products, but I honestly just like grab whatever I'm in the mood for in the morning and the evening. I am pretty religious with vitamin C because I have pretty bad hyperpigmentation, and obviously cleansing and SPF in the morning. Oh, sourdough's ready? And it spritz. And then Tula sent over this overnight repair cream, which I've been loving because I run super dry, especially living in Colorado. I feel like I have to slather on whatever I can in the evenings.
Sourdough ready.
Sourdough's ready? Okay, well, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully this gave you a few ideas if you are also in a little bit funk, or maybe save it and come back to it later when you have a day that just you feel like you're down in the dumps. I feel like we all have these days and they're totally normal. And it's just a reminder to be kind to yourself, like let yourself have a rot day if you need to. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one.
Sourdough.